Homeward Bound Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. Warning to the Church, August 26th. In the last days, perilous time will come. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Christ has foretold that deceivers would arise, through whose influence iniquity should abound and the love of many should wax cold. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. He had warned the disciples that the church would be in more danger from this evil than from the persecution of her enemies. Again and again, Paul warned the believers against these false teachers. This peril, above all others, they must guard against, for by receiving false teachers, they would open the doors to error, by which the enemy would dim the spiritual perception and shake the confidence of those newly come to the faith of the gospel. Christ was the standard by which they were to test the doctrine presented. All that was not in harmony with his teachings they were to reject. Christ crucified for sin, Christ risen from the dead, Christ ascended on high. This was the science of salvation that they were to learn and to teach. The warning of the words of God regarding the perils surrounding the Christian church belong to us today. As in the days of the apostles, some tried by tradition and philosophy to destroy faith in the scriptures. So today, by pleasing sentiments, higher criticism, evolution, spiritualism, theosophy, pantheism, the enemy of righteousness is seeking to lead souls into forbidden paths. To many, the Bible is a lamp without oil, because they have turned their minds into channels of speculative belief that brings misunderstanding and confusion. The work of high criticism in dissecting, conjecturing, reconstructing is destroying faith in the Bible as a divine revelation. It is robbing God's word of power to control, uplift, and inspire human lives. By spiritualism, multitudes are taught to believe that desire is higher than law, that license is liberty, and that man is accountable only to himself. The followers of Christ will meet with enticing words against which the apostles warned the Colossian believers. They will meet with spiritualistic interpretations of scriptures but they are not to accept them. Their voices are to be heard in clear affirmation of the eternal truth of the scriptures. Keeping their eyes fixed on Christ, they are to move steadfastly forward in the path marked out, discarding all ideas that are not in harmony with his teachings. The truth of God is to be the subject of their contemplation and meditation. They are to regard the Bible as the voice of God speaking directly to them. Thus, they will find the direct wisdom Thus they will find the wisdom which is divine.